Hello everybody guys, my name is Ivan, and today guys, we are going to be playing some more Interrogation Files Poor Landsend Incident. So, today guys, we are going to be finishing up with Caleb, and we're going to be starting our new character, Heather. And we're going to see her part of the story here now. And I'm pretty sure we're also going to get introduced to we might get introduced to Natalie, right? We gotta get introduced to Natalie, because they wouldn't just, right, like, they wouldn't just, like, not, introduce her, because they've been talking about her for a lot of the game. And, haven't shown her yet, so they gotta show her at one point, right? But anyway, should we get started with Heather, guys? Think so. Alright, let's go ahead and hear Heather's part of the story. Let's go. Alright, here we go. Heather Gardner, 1:59 p.m. Okay.
Alright, go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Let us know if we can get you anything. There's coffee, water, something here on the table for you already. We really appreciate you coming down here before you leave town with your parents. We understand you want to go back home and receive care there. Sounds like this is your last stop before leaving.
I just want you to find out who did this and to feel safe again.
Well, you're safe in here now. Again, we really appreciate you coming right from the hospital and that you feel strong enough to do this so soon. We have all the equipment set up for you to tell us what happened, so we'll ask a couple questions and then we'll get you on your way. So please, You're comfortable as much as possible? Okay. Let us know if you need to take any breaks or are in pain at any time. So tell us, what happened 2 nights ago? You mentioned wanting to find out what happened to your friends. You don't know? Take us back first. What happened all of last week? You arrived in town then, right?
Okay. That's the first part. Alright. So she arrived in town. Now?
A week ago, we were finishing up finals. Brian and Alana have been talking about wanting to get a place for the summer and asked if I wanted to come along. It sounded better than being bored all summer down south again, and they said Emily and Greg were in already too. This is before we even knew about staying at Alana's. Emily and Greg were just up for doing it. That's what I loved about them. We finished up our finals, packed up some stuff, and then came out here. Alana said her parents usually left the keys in the mailbox. It was her family's summer cottage they owned. She had been coming up here ever since she was young. We were just looking for a place to stay for the summer. Away from school, home, people we knew, where we could just let loose and have fun. We heard the town had a couple of bars and miles of beaches along the water. That's all we wanted. It was going to be really fun.
Okay. Interesting. So they're just coming down here to get away from school and just enjoy themselves, without having to deal with school and everything. And after that, the tragedy happened, right? Okay. Now?
So we got here. The keys were right where Alana said they would be, and we moved in. We didn't have a lot of stuff. Figured we could get most of it out here. The house itself seemed really old. Kind of sad in a way, or creepy. Overgrown and dead plants. Peeling paint. I guess they didn't take care of it too much.
Oh, the house.
There were no modern plugs in the place. Just the 2 pieces kind. And all the light switches were the old push-button style, too. You know, no Wi-Fi or any other modern conveniences.
Right,
We were going to have to use data for our phones all summer, or go to a coffee shop, which was going to be fine. It wasn't costing us much after all.
Okay, so she was talking about the house, the old house that was beaten down, where the tragedy happened, right? Yeah. Okay. So she was talking about how run down it was. That's what she was talking about there. Alright. Now.
Last week was fun for the most part. We go to beaches during the day, went kayaking, hiking in the woods.
It's nice.
I looked at a couple places to get a job, too.
Oh, wow.
And then we went to that stupid rock thing. I think Brian and Greg jumped off of it. They kept trying to get a picture just at the right moment when they were jumping. Thought it would be funny. One of those pictures.
Okay.
Then at night we'd have
Right.
fun, too.
Right.
go to bars, or just stay at home.
Okay, and
And
now?
then that night happened.
Yeah.
I can't believe it was only 2 nights ago. It seems like it was longer now.
You've been through a lot.
It
Wow.
was just another normal night for the most part. We went to the bar downtown after stopping by the festival. I think the bar is called the Lantern. We had never been
The
there
Lantern.
before. They had some group playing with a female singer who was really good. Not really my type of music, though. So we stayed there for a while. Emily and Greg wanted to stay out and go somewhere else. But it was past 1 and last call was coming up. Plus it was pouring out, so we decided to head home and hang out there. It's not a far walk from downtown.
Okay.
So we came home and played some cards. At around 2 to 2:30, things were winding down. Alana said she was going to bed, and the rest of us were still up listening to music and playing cards. So we're all talking, playing cards, and we look over, and this guy has just seemingly appeared in the doorway to our room. We didn't hear a knock, didn't hear the front door open. He was
Okay.
just there. He didn't say anything. He just stood there. We were all kind of quiet when we saw him, just totally unexpected. Immediately, the guys got up and asked if he was lost, and Brian said that he had to leave. Greg was kind of drunk and rude to him, threatening him a little. We shooed him
Okay.
away out the front door, and he walked down the sidewalk and out into the rain. We were all kind of shaken up somehow. I guess it just surprised us. We thought we must have left the door open or unlocked and he wanted a place to stay. I think we had all had enough then and decided to call it a night. We all went our separate ways and were going to bed. But he must have come back after that. Around 3:30 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah, at 4 a.m. things got really hectic.
Okay, now that says something, because this girl is obviously convincing. She's very, very convincing. She's definitely telling the truth. I can tell by the look on her face that she's telling the truth. So, I don't think Caleb is innocent, guys. Because she specifically said she saw a man that was out there just watching them, right? It's got to be Caleb. If not Caleb, then it was somebody else, some other guy. But I doubt it, right? So, man. Yeah, Heather was really, really descriptive in what she said there about what was specifically happening that night. She's telling the truth about everything. So, Caleb, sorry man, but I think you're about to go to prison for the rest of your life, basically. Anyway, let's go to messages and let's get a video. So now we're going to what, Ruth now? No, to these two. Okay. Okay.
We've notified the school of the deaths, yes. They said that they were extremely sad to hear the news, and no doubt the student body will be too. I expect memorials, candlelight vigils, news spreads, the whole works. It's already all over our network stations.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
The three-ring circus is definitely starting.
Ring circus. Okay, what does he mean by that? Okay, but now we're going to Ruth or Caleb. Don't know, because now it's going out of order. Alright. Let's see who we're going to be getting now. Okay, back to Caleb. So I think this is going to be it, dude. I think this is going to be it for Caleb, guys. Because there's only this much left for him, so I think he's going to go to court. Let's see. See what happens.
Oh, you remember that. Interesting. So if I had a hat right now, you can make a bunny hop out of it? No?
Look, I've done some stupid stuff in my past.
Past?
I've had phases where I was into certain stuff just like anyone else. Maybe I was into it in the past. Maybe I tried some stuff. Maybe it wasn't my thing. People change. Let them. Show me a person who's exactly the same as they were 5 years ago.
Maybe this, maybe that. That's why we're here. We're gonna find out how many of those maybes are maybe nots.
Okay, look how close we are to it. We just have probably one more video, and then it's all over. Caleb's story is almost complete, guys. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me turn off my everything. Look, you see now? Caleb's story is almost done. You see, and Heather's has just started. Ruth's is almost about halfway. Colton's about there. So I think we only have like probably 2 or 3 more videos. Then we're done. This is a pretty big series. But I think we're almost done here. Yeah. Alright. Okie dokie. I showed you that. Alright, so let's get another video. So we should be going to Heather now, maybe? Should be going to Heather. Or Ruth. No. We should be going to Ruth now. Right? Because we haven't gotten her yet. No, we're going back to Heather. Okay. Okay, so now let's see what Heather has to say.
Right before 4, I was in the front room by myself, cleaning up the cards and other stuff. Brian and Emily were in the living room, I think, doing whatever, hanging out. Alana was sleeping, I think, and I don't know what Greg was doing. Maybe he was getting ready for bed, or maybe he was in the kitchen. So I'm cleaning up the table, and I hear a loud thump on the ceiling above me. The living room is directly below the main bedroom, where Alana was sleeping, so I don't really know why it sounded different, but I stopped what I was doing for a second. It was just kind of unexpected, really, and it had been a weird night. I think I figured it was Brian getting ready to join Alana to go to sleep. Maybe he was getting changed or something, but it was a loud thud. Kind of made the stuff in the room vibrate a little. I didn't hear anything else, though, so I didn't think about it again. I went back, keep picking up the cards, putting them away, and then I hear and feel what sounds like an explosion. All of the sound of glass shattering, a lot of glass shattering, falling, hitting the ground, all from the back of the house. I might have even screamed right at that second, because it was so unexpected. I can't remember. It wasn't a bassy sounding explosion. The most distinctive sound was a really loud crack, and the house shook. Stuff turned off for a second, and then came back on. This all happened so quickly, but somehow it seemed slow too. The details are really vivid, though. So I heard the explosion sound, and I don't know what to think. I'm frozen. It just really took my breath away. And then I became hyper aware of everything instantly. I made about 2 or 3 steps to the door, which was closed, about to see what happened. And I make it a few steps, and then the door opens right then. Not fast or slow, it just opens. And then it was that guy again. The same guy.
Yeah.
But this time he's smiling, looking at me. And he had these horrible teeth and this horrible looking face. It was like the wind got knocked out of me. My legs were like jelly. It was like a body blow or something. I fell on the ground and screamed and said, "What are you doing here?" I called out for help for Brian and Greg, anyone.
Now that's interesting. But horrible teeth. Does this guy have horrible... I'll have to see Caleb's teeth, but if Caleb's teeth don't look all that good, then it's Caleb. It's 100% Caleb that did this. So, goddamn, dude. Goddamn. Okay. Now it should be going to Colton, right? Should be. Let's see. No, Ruth. We're back to Ruth again now. Okay.
My blood type? That's a bit personal. I suppose the likes of you would like to know these things, however. It's A positive, very common. I know, I'm quite the commoner.
So you wouldn't mind us drawing some blood to confirm?
Actually, I would mind.
So you're refusing?
No, I just can't be bothered.
Really? It would only take 2 seconds. We could scratch you off the list of suspects.
Oh, so I'm a suspect now. The truth finally comes out. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Under what pretense?
The victims only seem to encounter a few people in town.
Oh, don't make me laugh. Look, Michael, if I were under arrest, You could poke me full of all the holes you've ever desired. However, I'm not.
Okay. Duly noted. You do not consent.
Shame when things are a bit more difficult, isn't it?
Okay, so she's resisting the blood test. So, okay, see how that goes. Now we should be going back to these two guys and then eventually Caleb. Right? Or is it just gonna skip around? Because now I'm kind of out of order. Okay, no, we're, I don't know, I can't really tell by this. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we're back. Yeah, we're back to Colton.
It's like, I'm always around you when the electrical stuff goes crazy. First it was the lights, not to mention the TVs in the surveillance room earlier. I just don't get it. You're like a human lightning rod or something. I can't see how that's possible though. Can we try something?
Weirder things have happened today. What do you have in mind?
This can. It's metal, right? Grab one end while I'm holding the other.
So you think I'm some kind of human lightning rod? Sure, I'll grab a can. Guess you'll have to come up with some other theory.
Darn. That would have been kind of cool though. Guess it's just random. Maybe it's the room or whatever it is, it's just not doing it right now.
Okay. Now we should be going to Caleb, right? Yeah, because... Alright. Alright, dudes. Let's see what happens now. See what happens now with Caleb. Alright.
When I came to town before, I came to try the same thing those kids did. Well, almost. It was a different ritual from the same set of things to try. It was supposed to have a different effect, but just as the same. You leave a personal item up on the hill, recite some words when the moon is right, set yourself up in the right formation with the right stuff, and it should work. Easy, in theory. The desired outcomes are different, but that's it. But it never did. That's mostly why people aren't into this stuff for a long time. It never works.
It did seem to work 15 years ago. I remember you now. Yeah, that's right. That night, outside the house, you looked a little younger, a little less ragged. Went by Colby then.
Oof.
One of your Colby phases. We interviewed you after.
He's split
and inside
personality.
the house was my niece.
Hold up.
She died in the fire. I do remember you. You remember me? You standing there like a statue.
No.
Yes. There were a bunch of you. Blank, expressionless faces, sobering up and staring at the fire. Some people shouting at each other, others were like statues. Our conversation was likely one of the less memorable ones. Did you even try to save her?
Oh,
No.
man.
I mean, yes, okay, it's true. I was at that house that night, really. Things just got really, really out of control. We came back from town after the lightning thing. Some of the guys who I didn't know from out of town bought some stuff and we all joined in. They brought out some random stuff and set it in a circle on the floor. They said we were going to do the dog tooth ritual. This is going to be different, I thought, maybe even fun. They were reading the spell from a random scrap of paper and then changing stuff. I had no idea what they were saying or what they were doing. The next thing I know, I can't hear the room anymore. Things just get distorted more and more. The room looked different, like in slow motion, like stretched out. You don't even know if the same people are there or not. I'm seeing weird stuff, faces, colors, sounds, all mixed together. The next thing I know, I look up and people are passed out and the walls are on fire and people are screaming, "Get out!" grabbing people and leaving. We tried to get everyone out, I swear. We couldn't get her in time. We tried.
Wow. And yep, that's it. That's it for Caleb. So, he just admitted to it. They were doing stuff that got themselves killed. he wasn't a part of it. He was just there staring at them, seeing what they were doing, right? And he didn't understand what they were doing, so he went inside and saw what they were doing, and his mind got messed up and started seeing weird things because the ritual worked, right? The ritual worked, and they died from it. I don't think he killed them. But now his story's finished. Look, 100% complete. That's him. So you shouldn't be hearing from Caleb anymore. Alright. Now we're going back to Heather, probably, right? Yep. Alright.
The guy didn't move, though. He just kept standing there in the doorway with that stupid look on his face. I called out again for help, I think. I got up, maybe asked him what he was doing there again or what he wanted. I remember being really scared, though. I threw some things at him, missed, and he took a few steps towards me. I decided to run, charge past him. I ran straight towards him as fast as I possibly could. I was going to get by him no matter what, and I did. I think I hit his arm as he tried to grab me, but I went past him. I hit the front hallway and went straight back to the living room. As I ran past, I remember someone standing in the room that I caught out of the corner of my eye. It didn't seem like any of my friends, though. They didn't seem to fit somehow. And I was just going, so I didn't get a good look at them. I was running full speed, scared. I burst into the living room, and immediately I got hit in the mouth and head hard. I don't know by what, maybe a fist or an arm or something. I remember flashes of the next couple moments, in pain, crawling, trying to get up. Someone was around me, and someone screamed, and then I blacked out. I don't remember anything else after that, sorry. Apparently you guys found me there in the morning or something.
Okay, thanks. Is there anything else you can tell us? Is there anyone you think could have done this?
No, I don't think so.
Do you remember anything about the guy in the house?
He seems like a homeless guy. Big coat.
What color?
I
What
can't
color?
really remember.
What color?
Remember any details about
What's-
the other people?
I'm not even sure I saw them.
If we give you a suspect photo sheet with photos of different guys on it, do you think you could identify them?
I could try.
Okay. Let's do that. How about at the bar? Did anyone seem threatening there? Or at the home? At the house? What did you do earlier in the day? Also, we can pause for a moment if you want to get out of your hospital clothes and change. Might be more comfortable in here. It's kind of cold.
Okay, that sounds good.
Alright, interesting. The press really focused closely on Heather's first-hand account of that night. Her recovery soon after was surprising too, to say the least. Yeah, it was impressive. Alright. Here we go. So now she's in her normal clothes. Alright. Now let's see what.
That day was just like any other. We got up around 9 or 10, we're on vacation, and had some food, went to town, did some shopping. Alana and Emily and I got some cheap sunglasses and tried on some bathing suits. The guys stayed home, not really sure what they did, and I had to run to the post office to mail a letter. We got some food and coffee and headed home early in the afternoon. Oh, on our way home we visited some funny magic store. It's owned by a nice lady who we talked to, so we got home maybe around 3. I'm sorry, I'm not much more specific.
No, you're fine. You're actually being very helpful. Did you say a magic store?
Yeah, you know the one. The old mysticism shop on Main. Sells rocks and gems and all sorts of stuff. You can get your palm read or your fortune told or something like that.
Oh yeah, I know it. My kids and I have been in there too. They got a magic kit. Loved it.
The owner's a bit eccentric. Not sure how reliable her word is anyway, but you were saying?
We went to the store around 3, and then came home and spent the next couple of hours home. Then we went out for dinner. Then went to the bar.
Anything happen on the way home from the store? Were you all in the house the whole time before you went to the restaurant?
Nothing, and yeah, we were all at home the whole time before dinner.
What did you guys do? Tell us more about them.
Not much. We didn't have a whole lot of time before we got ready. Do you want to know more?
Sure. Tell us more about them. Who they were, basically anything that will help.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Helpful. And now what? Heather again. Okay.
Is there anything else you remember at the bar? Like what you had to drink? Did anybody get food?
No, just that the drinks were red. I do remember that, for the fire festival thingy.
Good.
Not especially. Kind of weird. I mean, okay, nothing special.
Okay, thanks. I guess we can double check on that.
Toxicology in the bodies would have brought something up.
True.
But no one ate anything, that's for sure. We were still pretty full from dinner. We had burgers downtown.
Where was that at?
Barbecue Depot, I think.
Alright, thanks.
Interesting
We'll
shop
take note of
name.
that.
Alright. Let's get another video.
Earlier we walked through the festival downtown briefly. That festival of fire. We had some food and then went to the bar pretty early. At the bar, we just sat and had our drinks and listened to the singer. It was totally fine. I mean, we were laughing and joking while she sang. I think Alana recognized her. Said it was her neighbor.
What did you guys have? To eat or drink, I mean.
I can't remember. The drinks were red. I think they had some drink cocktail special that night. Their own thing we didn't eat.
And anyone you think that might have been angry with you there?
No, I don't think anyone was. But I remember Brian saying a couple of nights before that there was someone trying to pick a fight with him outside of the bar we were at when he was smoking. I think it was just a guy thing, though. Them being macho or whatever. But I don't disagree that there is a little bit of animosity towards people not from around here. The whole local versus whoever thing. I just decided not to buy into stuff like that.
Do you remember what the guy looked like who had a problem with Brian?
Yeah, do you remember them?
No, not really. It was just some kind of drunk guy who lived here. Youngish, wearing a hat, a baseball hat. We were at the bar on the corner of 3rd and Main.
Baseball hat.
The guy's
Okay,
friends were pretty
now-
apologetic and were trying to calm him down. He didn't seem dangerous, really, just drunk.
Okay. How about anyone else? Did anyone else threaten you since you've been here? Or anyone else in your past? How about friends? Did they have any enemies?
Okay, so she said a baseball hat, so that's not a bikini, so Caleb's out of the picture right now. We're gonna stop talking about him. I'm probably not gonna say that much this episode because I'm really intrigued on everything that's happening here. I'm just really intrigued in finishing the story, dude. Like, this is pretty good. Alright, messages. Give me another.
The only thing I remember, and this is really vague, and I'm not sure, but I swear the person standing in the living room was wearing something abnormal. I remember seeing all one color for their clothes or all one pattern when I ran by. I don't remember anything else about them. That's the only thing. It all happened so quickly, though. Maybe something on their head, too, or something covering their face.
Covering their face, huh? It's not Caleb. I don't know. Don't know. Let's make sure of that.
Yeah, the house wasn't ideal, but it was a good location, close to downtown, and we honestly didn't care that it wasn't that nice. We did find a dead animal in the basement.
I
Dead
see.
animal?
Yeah.
Yeah, dead animal.
The guys took care of it. It was right after we moved in. We were looking around when we opened the door to the basement and it stunk. Craig pushed me in, closed the door, and held it shut and locked. He thought it was funny. I thought I was going to faint from the smell. I was banging on the door, but they didn't open it. There was definitely something dead down there. The whole basement was creepy.
Do you remember what it was? The animal?
No. I think Brian said it was a small thing, like a possum or a squirrel. I think he said he couldn't tell. Obviously, it had died a little while ago.
Do you remember what happened to it? I mean, its body.
No, I think Brian threw it away.
Could it have been a dog?
I don't know. Maybe? I don't want to think about it. I blocked out most of my memory about it. The basement was just so creepy.
Okay. Little something there. Just a little something. Alright.
You ever been up to the hill, state park?
Yeah, like I said, we went up there a couple of days ago, last week. Emily and Alana and the guys really wanted to go. The guy jumped off of it, and Brian actually kind of hurt his leg when he landed and vowed to get revenge on it. It was pretty funny. Said he wanted to come back and push it over. Emily and Alana wanted to see it too.
That is funny.
I thought it was amazing, not what I was expecting.
The site? The rock?
Yeah, it's a beautiful location. And the most beautiful I've ever seen with the water and the hill.
Did you happen to go up there for the bonfire later? Where they light the statue up?
When they burnt the big straw man? No. We watched it from outside the bar. Everyone was cheering when it went up. But it's not really our thing, so we stayed downtown. Alana had been up there before.
Did you guys do anything else during the festival?
The guys did one of the shooting galleries. We shared an elephant ear. We also tried to guess what was in the bowls and the boxes. You know, the ones where they cover the boxes and they have spaghetti for intestines, peeled grapes for eyeballs, that sort of thing.
That must have seemed pretty tame comparatively.
Yeah, the whole thing seemed like it was more for kids and families.
I know, my family loves the Festival of Fire.
All right, let's move on.
Okay. That was kind of interesting, guys. So we're about, I think, a quarter done with our story here. All right. Got another one. We're almost done here, guys. Got 20 minutes left on this video.
The house just was old. I got a weird vibe there.
Weird vibe?
Yeah, like, I don't believe in ghosts, but have you ever walked into a room where a party just happened and everyone left? Like, the room still seems full of life? That's the vibe I got there occasionally. I mean, it's old. We would make fun of Alana about it sometime, but still. It was a free place to spend the summer, and it honestly wasn't that bad. I guess it was her dad's from growing up. The neighborhood seemed nice, though.
Can we chat outside for a minute?
We're back.
Okay.
Got a couple more questions for you.
Alright. That was quite interesting, guys. Quite interesting. Okay. Messages. Okay.
I don't think I have any enemies.
And the others?
I'm not sure. They were all really good people. We had the best year of our lives this year. We're going to graduate next year, and we were so excited.
Oh, wow, that's sad.
You sure? About the enemies. No one mentioned any problems recently? We've been trying to help you out and have been interviewing locals, suspects, and other people yesterday and today. Your friends, did they have good families?
Alright, that was pretty good. So everything now, they're just talking about the town and how good it is and everything. And all that. But I'm really enjoying it so far, dude. All this talk with Heather.
Do you have any idea where this came from?
Ew, is that a tooth?
Yeah, appears so. It was wrapped in a cloth and tied with a string. We found it in a divot in the wall in the basement.
Oh.
Well, no.
It's human.
Okay, now that's interesting. Are we gonna really see that, dude? Are we really gonna have to see that? Yeah, I guess so. Ugh, dude. Wait, that's human, dude? What on... Who has a tooth that's like that? Jesus, and there's the string right there. 221 First Avenue. BSMT 434 tooth 1031 12 KT POPD. Okay. Alright, that is definitely some evidence, alright. Okay. So at the end I'll go over everything once we finish with her. Okay.
It was in a pretty noticeable spot, in the middle of the wall in the basement. Don't think Alana's parents would have left it there. Why do you think it was there?
I don't know. The house was weird.
Let me try a guess. I think this sort of discovery and the location is often associated with voodoo magic. Are any of your friends into voodoo?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't think so either. You seem like pretty normal kids. And even if you were getting a little carried away that day, that stuff is all made up. It doesn't work. It's just not every day that we find something like this, though.
No, it's not.
Alright, what's going on now? They just got called. So let's see what's going on now.
I don't think we have much more left. We found Alana's neighbor and are about to talk to her just to get some of the details you mentioned on paper. Since she lives right next door, but nothing you need to think about.
Are we going to the bar? Catch her act? She works at the bar where you were that night. Probably the same person you saw singing that night.
Okay. All characters unlocked. So who is it then? Natalie! I knew it! I knew we were gonna talk to Natalie. I knew it. We just haven't seen her at all. Okay. So we're actually almost halfway done with Heather's story already, dude. Good progress. And we're only 38 minutes into this video. That is good. Okay, dude, here you go. Time to talk to Natalie. Okay, Natalie Bergstone.
Good evening, officers. I hope this won't take long. As you know, Rick, I'm going to be seen at the club again in a few hours.
She got an accent.
Well, we just need to ask you a few questions. As you know, there have been a set of murders at the house next to yours. We now have all of our main suspects in custody for questioning here.
I'm a suspect.
As someone connected to the victim's family who lives on the same street, you're on the list for now.
Just answer a few questions so we can scratch you off.
So let's get started. To confirm, you live on 1st Avenue East.
Yes, I live on First. I have lived there my whole life. My house has been in the family for quite some time. You know, I would figure you guys would have the records of who owned what in this town.
We're just going to ask some basic questions to get the facts down. To confirm.
She doesn't seem all
Okay,
that
please.
nice.
Continue with your basic questions.
Right.
Wow.
So you grew
She's
up
kinda
in this
mean.
town. Went to school here. Work here?
Yep, never managed to leave.
What do you consider your occupation then?
I don't need to work at present. My late husband left me the appropriate compensation, and a few nights a week I see downtown, for pleasure.
So you consider yourself an artist type then?
Does this ordeal really need to be recorded?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, well, I just don't want to be recorded. I don't have to tell you why, but it's public record and it lasts forever. I just don't like it.
Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do there. We can have someone go over our data retention policies if you'd like.
Whatever, continue.
She doesn't seem all that nice. I mean, you see how she's talking to the cops, dude. The cops. Yeah. She didn't seem all that good. That's all of our suspects. The press really had a field day with her when the case was in the media. Watch out with her. It's hard to tell fact from fiction from the things she says. Yeah. Alright. Here we go. Oh wait, hold up, back to Natalie. Whoops. So next one.
And you were contacted about the incident the other night on October 30th. The students by our department, right?
Well, I understand there were some deaths at the house nearby, yes, but I haven't heard much of anything else besides that. I only know that they were inflicted by someone else. Killed most likely, probably someone trying to rob them. Isn't that the extent of the crime here? And drunk hillbillies? I deal with them all the time at the club. Honestly, I never met any of these kids before besides the girl Lana. Her parents have owned that house for several years at their vacation property. Isn't it a shame about what happened to them? Always terrible when young people lose their lives. Don't get me wrong, right?
I mean, yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. Okay. Told something there.
What if I told you they were at the bar that you performed at 2 nights ago on the night of their deaths?
It makes no difference to me. A lot of people come to see me perform. Sorry if that's blunt, but that just has no bearing on me.
You didn't see them yourself? You didn't talk to them?
No. And it was a very busy night for me, with the festival and the performing my act.
But you do know one of the girls who died, Alana.
Well, yeah, I know her. Had seen her occasionally in the past in the neighborhood. I know her parents well.
Did you say hello that night?
No, I don't remember them being there.
Do you get along with her parents?
Yes, mostly, I suppose.
Okay. Interesting.
And you're not upset?
Upset? About what?
You don't seem very upset that your friend's daughter has died.
Things like this happen, though. That's just my own view on life. Everyone's time comes to an end at some point. I don't know her that well either. There's no crime in that, right? By the way, do you have any cigarettes? Isn't that like a thing, like in films, smoking and being interrogated? This whole setup is all wrong. But I could use a cigarette.
Okay, she's not cooperating.
That's the movies.
Right, just help us out. Okay?
Yeah.
Is there anyone you
cooperating.
can think of who could have done this? The neighborhood seems so safe, and you've lived there for a long time, right? We checked our records, and you haven't had any break-ins or any real crime in your neighborhood or reported on your street, really, in years. Do you know of any problems, potential motives, something we might not know about?
Whoa. Chief Vincent. Okay. Hi, it's the Chief. Looks like you're acquainted with the database and you've unlocked all the suspects in this case. Good job. One thing to note is the database has a proprietary feature that lets you accuse any one or more of the suspects. It's the flashing A button at the top of the left of the screen. We're granting access to this feature from here on out. We trust that you will only use it when you feel ready to. It puts out an ABP for the marshals to arrest whoever you choose, so choose wisely. The whole department and town are counting on you to get this right. Everyone's been itching for a conviction from the start. Alright, dude. I don't know. Okay. How does this work? Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna do this just yet. Ulti, Quinn, Ruth, Heather, Natalie, or Caleb. Okay, I'm still not sure about Caleb, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna look back at the evidence and everything and what he said. I'm gonna really, really think about what he said. But I gotta wait till we finish up the people.
The only other thing I can think of, besides everything else, was when we arrived. Greg had some trouble with his Jeep, so right as we were getting to town, he took it to the mechanics. He wanted to have someone look at it just to figure out what might be wrong with it and maybe get an estimate. The guy there wasn't threatening necessarily, but was kind of weird.
Weird? In what way?
He was just kind of odd. Was staring at us, at Alana.
Did he say anything?
Not really. It was just kind of a vibe.
Was this the same guy in the hat that attacked you at home?
Maybe. The guy at home was dirtier, though. Like he hadn't showered in a while. I think he was wearing different clothes.
Okay. Let's try and get Jerry from the garage on the line again. Give us some more details.
Okay, I can try.
I don't know who to choose. Okay, let's get some more though.
Yeah, come to think of it, the guy in the house might have been the same stupid guy from the mechanics. One of the guys who worked there, I think, but both of them were idiots. We just got a bad vibe from them right away. I've been dreaming about one of them, you know, at the hospital, maybe even before that.
Dreaming about him?
Yeah, he just shows up in flashes. I don't sleep much.
You must be really shooken up.
Basically what I remember is that Greg stopped in to have his Jeep looked at when he got here. These guys seemed to hardly care about it though. Greg was having a cigarette and one of them kept staring, leering at me. You know when you make eye contact, someone usually looks away first? Yeah, this guy didn't look away. Next time I looked over at him, he was just laughing at nothing. Real creep.
Do we have enough evidence? Do we have enough evidence to accuse Caleb? I don't know what happens if you get it wrong, but I'm just seeing that it's gotta be Caleb. It's gotta be Caleb. If I accuse him now, I wonder what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna look back at the evidence real quick. I need to look at everything. So that means watching. That means looking at everything here. It's a picture of that. This is the lighter burned Jesse, right? The lighter burned Jesse, most likely burned, with the lighter. Then you have the knife, which was probably used to kill the kids. This was all found in Caleb's stuff. Then we have the ID card, or Jerry's business card that was found in Caleb's stuff. Then we have all this. The victims. then the scratches on his back. See, you don't get that from nothing, right? Like, he had to have been doing something bad that caused him to get all of this. And there's the house. This is his records. I think I gotta choose him, dude. I gotta choose Caleb. God, I really hope this is right. Let me see, if we look at this report, it comes to injuries, to burning. Then we have this. This just looks so odd right here. I gotta choose a Caleb. And then we have the tooth here that Heather talked about. Sorry, Caleb. I gotta do it. I gotta accuse Caleb. If this is wrong, oh well. But I gotta do something. So, Caleb. Please don't be mad at me, please. I gotta do it. I gotta accuse Caleb. I gotta do it. I know we haven't learned much more from Natalie, but I don't think she would. I don't think she would have caused the murders. I don't think so. Heather, definitely not. Definitely not. LT Colton definitely did not. Ruth, no. It's gotta be Caleb. It's gotta be Caleb. I'm sorry, but I gotta do it. An arrest, are you sure? Yes. Yes, I am. Just do it. Just do it. I gotta do it, guys. I had to do it.
We want to cut to some breaking news from the west side of the state. Police have just released the body cam footage of the arrests of the suspects in the notorious student house murders that took place last year in Port Landsend. While details of the investigation are being kept confidential, authorities have told us that the arrests are the outcome of weeks of intense scrutiny over the interrogation footage and conflicting statements from the main suspects in the case. We're going to cut directly to that footage now.
Kenneth Bell, time to wake up. We got a reservation for you in a 5x8. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
For a long trial, the court has reached a verdict. Are you ready to see the outcome? Guys, I so hope I'm right. They reached a verdict, guys, so hang on. I wanna search up what's a verdict real quick. In law, a verdict is the finding of fact. It is a decision rendered by a jury on matters submitted to the body by a judge. In criminal cases, the verdict will be rendered and subsequently delivered to the court as a not guilty or guilty statement. A guilty verdict in a criminal hearing is then followed by the issuance of a judgment. This declaration of a punishment, which is rendered by the judge, will be followed by the individual sentencing requires. Okay, we just have so much evidence pointing towards him. It's gotta be him. Okay, are we ready for this? I gotta be. Let's go ahead and hear that verdict. Let's see the outcome. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Okay.
The trial of the infamous Port Landsend massacre came to a close yesterday in a Pierce County courthouse. The crime shocked the otherwise close-knit community in 2012 when police uncovered the remains of 4 students in a house near the center of town. The case was initially plagued by lax police work and conflicting suspect testimony, taking investigators years to sift through what they called one of the most complex investigations ever undertaken. The dramatic case took many twists and turns. Judge Susan Arbea was there to deliver sentencing today.
Okay, dude. We gotta hear it. Okay. The people of Washington State versus Caleb Bell. Okay.
Superior Court of Washington in Pierce County in the matter of the people of Washington versus Caleb Joseph Bell finds the defendant, Caleb Bell, guilty of the crime of manslaughter. You knew when and where a dangerous ritual was taking place. And not only did you not try to stop it, you actively attended and watched as the students performed actions that you knew would kill them. All in a selfish attempt to gain some supposed benefit from their trials, which we all know are a stretch, this witchcraft they were trying. You and your co-conspirators, whether working in tandem or individually, will be sentenced similarly. That sentencing will be performed at a later date.
Oh. Okay. Unfortunately, the most guilty suspects are still at large. Thank you for using the database. Additional extras have been unlocked in other options. Okay, credits. Okay, dudes. I guess we ended the game there. So, I think they found him guilty, right? Yeah. I knew it was him. He just... Something was so fishy about him. Wow, dude. Wow. And that's it, guys. That is the end of Interrogation Files Port Landsend Incident. Wow. I'm just gonna skip past these credits if we can. Oh, well, they're almost over anyway. Wow, dude. What an amazing game, bro. I love this one the most. Just finding out in the investigation, just looking really into it with real live people was amazing, bro. It was so good. So freaking good. Oh, man. Let's go in and close. Okay. I know it says continue session there, but we finished it, guys. We accused him. It had to have been him. Now, I could technically go back and see if the other ones were it, but I'm not going to do that. We knew it was Caleb all along, so that's it. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this series. This was a really, really good series. I loved it, dude. It was amazing. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure you guys all please, please, please hit that subscribe button if you have not already done so, and that like button as well. And hit that post notification bell so that way you guys get notified whenever I upload any of my videos. And as always, I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye, guys.